Omnilingualism.
Omni
So basically, Justin wants to fuck aliens from Jupiter, and he wants to be able to speak the language, but he doesn't want to teleport there without being able to speak to them.
No. I would just like I think the ability to speak all languages, right? And that even means ancient languages, old languages and stuff like that, would be whoa, that'd be powerful, man. Like, you'd be able to experience life so much more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'd be able to just, every country you could work in with no fear or idea of like, I'm gonna have to learn the language, it's gonna take long or whatever, and the culture, etc. You'd be able to just instantly just get that and be like, oh, okay, cool, this is what it is. Da-da-da. So it's again another. Why are you laughing?
Because I'm envisioning you getting beaten up by Colombian drug laws. You're like, but I can speak the language. Wait. I was sure this would work.
But I can speak the language. Oh man!
So you guys are idiots. But no, the language is Spanish.
Walking with Justin. Justin's like, stay with me, kid. I talk the tongue.
I would be able to talk anyone's language. I'd be able to communicate with anybody. And also, the great thing about this is exactly animals as well. I'd be essentially able to talk to animals and communicate with animals. That'd be like my own little Dr. Dolittle.
It'd be hilarious if you do this and you find out these animals don't actually talk. They're just like guessing.
Well, yeah, exactly. That'd be cool too. Because I'd be like, well, it's not a language. How do you know? Because I've got the power of omnilingualism. So I know all the languages. What are you talking about? He's not even talking. He's just going, ah. That's his sound.
Making noises.
It's just his sound.
Justin, remind me the sound that a dolphin makes.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
But
I like this power.
It would be so dope. Like, you would be able to communicate with absolutely anyone and everything. And then it might even be a thing where you start to learn that there's languages in different things as well. Like, there's languages in numbers, for example. And then it would be like, whoa, how do I decipher this? So maybe it might help with things like betting, for example, or spread betting or something like that as well.
Do you know
Then you would essentially you would have the knowledge of a language, which is it kind of is a language.
So basically,
formulas are
you'd be
languages.
cheating.
Anyway.
You'd be cheating when it comes to betting. Just like I said, I would be a bad guy.
Not cheating,
Yes.
nah. It was
Come on.
it's not cheating though. It just means that you understand the language of numbers and
That's
probabilities and odds.
But that's you reading cards at a
Why is it? He's beating the system,
casino.
isn't he? He's not cheating, but you know, it kind of increases his odds,
But
which kind of means
but
he gets his,
it's like card counting,
But that's not a bad thing.
which is cheating.
and then the casino drug lords come out and beat
Because
him.
people speak,
But I speak
There's
language.
I speak the language.
That's what got you here, son.
So I don't see it as cheating. If that means
No,
all
it's-
of our
it's-
powers are cheating.
No, of course, all of our powers are cheating, but
Oh,
no,
okay,
it's
cool.
not. It's
So
not
Because we
cheating.
have an
no.
unfair advantage.
It's not
Or
cheating.
you
It's
think
not,
that
but it just gives you an advantage, doesn't it?
yeah, it gives you an advantage. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's cool. Those people have advantages in life.
Yeah, no, but like being the ability to count cards is not cheating. It's a skill.
Yeah.
You get your knuckles
But you'd
broken
be
for it.
you would be talking to the cards and say, "What's your name? What number are you?"
You get
You're
kneecapped
the
for,
king of
for
hearts.
counting cards.
I don't
And you wouldn't even have to speak to them. You would be a
yeah.
your little mind thing that you did with the fish.
Yeah, I
But
think
when
it's
you
cool.
speak, are you gonna speak their language?
I suppose
Because
so.
if you're walking down the road
I suppose
talking to
if to be-
pigeons, asking for
yeah.
directions, people
Yeah.
are gonna think you're a bit weird.
But then it doesn't matter what they think. I don't care what people think.
Do you know what? I had this theory about language, specifically our ability to communicate, where we get into a lot of problems with our communication now. And I feel like there's like a heavy reliance on our ability to talk and say the right thing to get the right results. Where I imagine there was a time that we've a time where we communicated, just call it body language, just to be like crude, but we almost based our communication off of like a form of empathy, where we just felt like I knew
vibrations.
Like that. Like I knew she was in the mood because she told me without telling me.
That sounds very rapey. I'm just gonna say that.
That's what I'm saying. Well, this is how we avoid the rape, because now you end up possibly believing, like you like today could believe one thing and go true, and she goes along with it because of whatever fear she has, but she doesn't say, and the result is you raped her because she didn't want it, and you should have known. She said no. Saying no or isn't always saying it, like it's not all, like a consent is not because she didn't say no, she needed to say yes or something like that. This is a whole. It's a very confusing and convoluted conversation that people are having about consent right now. I think there's a possibility that if our communication was one that relied a lot less on language and was more about if we could actually amplify those feelings, that ability to communicate through just
vibrations. That's what music is.
Almost like a telepathy, but one that wasn't so direct of like hearing the words that are going on in her head or their head or whatever. Just more just like auras and stuff like that. I mean, it's something that because sometimes you speak to certain people, mostly women actually, and they read certain situations just spot on so frequently. They're hearing something that we're not hearing. They're hearing with more than their ears.
It's deep down.